Hello, dear students. Today's chapter is polynomials. That is the second chapter, polynomials. Okay, we can just recall what is polynomial and what are the concepts related to polynomials. First of all, what is a polynomial? A polynomial is an algebraic expression. We all know that it is an algebraic expression. Algebraic expression means a mathematical expression. It contains numbers, variables and mathematical operations. Then a polynomial is an algebraic expression with a non-negative exponent of the variable. That is, in the algebraic expression, if all the exponents are positive or 0 maybe, non-negative, that is, if it is non-negative, all the exponents are non-negative, we can call that is a polynomial. Polynomial is an algebraic expression with non-negative exponents. We can consider different examples. X plus 2, x square plus 3x plus 6, y minus 3. That is so many. If the variable, we can call polynomial as p of x. If the variable is x, that is p of x. If the variable is y, that is p of y. Okay, that we all know. Next, what are the concepts related to polynomials? Term. First one is term. Term means, for example, x plus 2. How many terms are there? 2. X is one term, 2 is another term. That is, term means that plus symbol determines the terms. The plus symbols divides the polynomial into different terms. A number or a product of a number and a variable raised to powers. That is nothing more, dear children. X square plus 3x plus 5. X square plus 3x plus 5. How many terms are there? First term is x square. Second term is 3x. Third term is 5. That is 3 terms. Next, coefficient. That is numerical factor of the term is known as coefficient. Constant, that's a number. Next, a polynomial is from these all we can conclude a polynomial is the sum of terms involving variables raised to a whole number exponent with no variables appearing in any denominator. That is why it is given there means, if the variable is in denominator, for example 1 by x is in denominator. What is 1 by x? The same as x raised negative 1. That is, if the variable is in denominator, its exponent should be negative. Okay, if the exponent is negative, that is not a polynomial. Yes. Yeah, an example. A polynomial 7x raised to 5 plus x square y square minus 4xy plus 7. How many terms are there? 4. One is 7x raised to 5. Next one is x square y square. Next one is minus 4xy. Next one is 7. Then each term has its own coefficient. Then the coefficient of term 7x raised to 5 is 7. That is the number, numerical factor. The coefficient of x square y square. That is no numerical coefficient means 1 is there, 1. Then coefficient of the term minus 4xy is minus 4. Coefficient of the term 7 is 7 itself. 7 is the number. Next part of this chapter is degree of the polynomial. That is, this all we've already studied in 9th standard, I think so. The degree, what is the degree? Degree of the polynomial means highest power of the variable is known as the degree. Highest power means, for example, x square plus x square, that is 2 is the highest power, that is known as the degree. Then a constant polynomial. 5 is 5 a polynomial? Yeah, number 5 is a polynomial. That is, every constant is a constant polynomial. Then according to the degree of the polynomial, we can classify the polynomial as linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial. Yes, linear polynomial means if the degree of the degree of the polynomial is 1, that is a linear polynomial. Here example 9x plus 1. What is the highest degree or highest power? 1. X raised to 1. So the degree is 1 is a linear polynomial. Next 3 by 2 y square minus 3y plus 3. Yeah, in this example 3 by 2 is the coefficient. Y square in numerator, not in denominator. So its degree is 2. Maximum exponent 2. So it is a quadratic polynomial. Then a cubic polynomial, another example. 12x cube minus 4x square plus 5x plus 1. Okay. Then it's a degree. Maximum or maximum number, maximum exponent is 3. So 12x cube minus 4x square plus 5x plus 1 is the cubic polynomial. Okay. Next. General form of the polynomials, that is linear polynomial. Its general form is ax plus b. See here, maximum exponent is 1, ax plus b. Linear polynomial ax plus b equal to 0 is the linear it is polynomial equation. We can write ax plus b. Then in the case of quadratic, it is ax square plus bx plus c. That is maximum power is 2. In the case of cubic polynomial, it is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, these all the concepts we've already learned in lower classes. Okay, dear children, we can just recall. That is a polynomial. That is a polynomial means its degree should be positive or its exponent should be positive. X square plus 2. Y square minus 1 by 2 or s cube minus 4x. These all are examples of polynomials. Then 1 by x, 3 by 2 y square. These all are not the examples of polynomials because x 1 by x is same as x raised to negative 1. So power is negative. 3 by 2 y square is 3 by 2 y raised to negative 2. While changing or exchanging the number from denominator to numerator, exponent symbol will change. You've already studied in lower class. Okay, dear children, these all are not polynomials. Next, what we studied? Terms. 2x plus 3. That means plus symbol determines the terms. Then this polynomial contains two terms. One is 2x, another one is 3. 2x plus 3. Next, coefficient. Each term has its own coefficient. Then the term 2x is a numerical factor. 2 is the coefficient of 2x. Then coefficient of 3 is 3 itself. Okay. Now, according to the next degree of the polynomial. That is in the polynomial 2x raised to 8 plus 7x minus 8. Yeah. Here 2x raised to 8 one term, 7x one term, then 8. Minus 8 is the another term. Then what is the maximum exponent? 8 is the maximum highest number, highest power. Highest power of the polynomial is known as degree of the polynomial. Here highest power is 8. So 8 is the degree of this polynomial. Degree is the highest power. Highest power of the variable is known as degree of the polynomial. Then, according to the degree of the polynomial, if the degree of the polynomial is 1, it is known as linear polynomial. If the degree is 2, it is quadratic polynomial. If the degree is 3, it is cubic polynomial. There are 3 different types of polynomials according to the degree. According to the degree, if it is 1, linear. If it is 2, if the degree is 2, it is quadratic. If the degree is 3, it is cubic polynomial. Okay. Next. Yeah, one more term you follow. Yes, according to the number of terms, we can classify monomial, binomial, trinomial. You know that. Monomial is it, dear children? Binomial and a trinomial. This if the term, one term is monomial, two terms binomial, three terms trinomial. Yes. Here, this chapter related to degree of the polynomial. So, we have to classify we have to use linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. That's why we are focusing on the degree of the polynomial. Okay, dear children. These all the concepts we've already studied. That is why just to recall that much only. Anyway, we didn't start the new chapter, that is new concept, new content. We didn't start. Only to recall this. One more thing I had to recall. Zero of the polynomial. Yes, what is zero of the polynomial? Yeah, zero of the polynomial, not zero polynomial. Yes, dear children, here zero of the polynomial means, for example, a polynomial p of x equal to x minus 2. Then while substituting which value, this polynomial, this value becomes 0. That is, if I am substituting 1, that is p of x equal to x minus 2, p of 1. What is p of 1? 1 minus 2, negative 1. We are not getting 0. When I substitute 2, that is p of 2 equal to 2 minus 2 equal to 0. That is, this 2 is the 0 of the polynomial p of x equal to x minus 2. That is, which when we give which value, the answer becomes 0. That number is the 0 of the polynomial. We have to substitute a value such a way that that value of the polynomial should be equal to 0. That much only you have to remember, dear children. That is another example. P of y equal to y plus 3. What is the 0 of this polynomial? You know that minus 3 plus 3 only gives a 0. So, if I substitute minus 3, what is p of minus 3? Minus 3 plus 3. P of y plus 3. Wherever y comes, substitute there minus 3. P of minus 3 equal to minus 3 plus 3, that equal to 0. So, minus 3 is the 0 of the given polynomial. Is it? Minus 3. Minus 3 is the 0 of the polynomial, 0 of p of y. Okay, 0 of p of y equal to y plus 3. These are the things only to recall, dear children. I again tell you, these are not the content of this chapter. We are going to start the new chapter. Just to recall this all. Here, you must know what is the 0 of a polynomial. 0 of a polynomial means there is a number. For example, yes. For 0 of a polynomial is a number c, such a way that p of c equal to 0. 0 of a polynomial p of x is a number c such that p of c equal to 0. We have to find a value. When we substitute that one, we will get the value of the polynomial is 0. Yes, that number is the 0 of the polynomial. Okay. Okay, dear children. Now we are moving to the new concept of this chapter. Okay, one more thing, dear children. Before starting, linear polynomial means I've already told its degree is 1. That is, general form of a linear polynomial equal to ax plus b equal to 0. Ax plus b equal to 0 means that becomes an equation, a polynomial equation, ax plus b. The general form of a linear polynomial is ax plus b. Then general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square, degree should be 2, plus bx plus c. Okay, that is in the case of cubic, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Yeah, one more time. That is, if p of x is a linear polynomial, we can write it as in the form of ax plus b. Okay, where a not equal to 0. A not equal to 0. If a equal to 0, what will happen? This all you will study in another chapter. Just, yeah, if a equal to 0, 0 into x, that is 0 into x plus b. That is 0 into x equal to 0 plus b equal to b. It will become a constant b. It will become a constant polynomial. That is, its degree will not be 1. So, a not equal to 0. Then, in the case of a quadratic polynomial p of s, that we can represent ax square plus bx plus c. Here, a not equal to 0. If a equal to 0, what will happen? 0 x square plus bx plus c. That is, this will be 0. So, bx plus c. What is the degree of bx plus c? 1. It will become a linear polynomial. That's why if it is a quadratic polynomial, a should not be equal to 0. In the case of a cubic polynomial, we can write p of x equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Here also a should not be equal to 0. If a equal to 0, first term will be 0, then it will be bx square plus cx plus d. Again, it will be a quadratic polynomial, but it is a cubic, so a should not be equal to 0. Okay. Now, yes. In our chapter, we have to study geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial. Geometrical, that is the first concept you have to study in this chapter. Geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. That is, zero of a polynomial. We know what is the zero of a polynomial. Then, for a linear polynomial or a quadratic or a cubic polynomial, then its zeros will be different and number of zeros also will be different. Okay. First, we know that we know that k is a 0 of a polynomial of p of x if p of k equal to 0. Then we explain with c. Then here we have to understand how many zeros are there for each type of polynomial. In the case of a linear polynomial, how many zeros will be? Or in the case of quadratic, or in the case of cubic polynomial. That is, geometrical representation only we are doing here. We are not trying to find out the zeros. No need to find out the zeros. Only from the geometrical representation, how can we find out the number of zeros? That we are going to study now. Yes, first linear polynomial. Linear polynomial means its degree is 1. Degree 1 means it has maximum 1 zero. That you have to understand, dear children. Linear polynomial means polynomial having degree 1. If the degree is 1, it has maximum 1 zero. At most 1. That means either 0 or 1. Sometimes there may not be any zero. No zero. There will be two cases. One is no zero. Second case, there will be 1 zero. Yes. Yeah, listen here, dear children. An x-axis that is represented by x dash, then another y dash. Then in a linear polynomial, that is 2y plus 7 equal to 0. It is given there 2y plus 7. Then we have to draw the graph. Then while substituting different values, yes, we can find out value of x and y. Then while drawing the graph, you can see that is when x equal to minus 3, y equal to minus 3.5. The x equal to 0, y equal to minus 3.5. When x equal to 0, x equal to 3, y equal to minus 3.5. Okay, dear children. Yes. This is the graph. You have to listen here. Yeah, dear children. Yes, you can see the graph. But this line, minus 3, minus 3.5, the line joining minus 3, minus 3.5, 0, minus 3.5, 3, minus 3.5. You can see a line, but this line is not intersecting or not meeting x-axis. That is, that polynomial has no zeros. You have to understand a very important point. To find out the number of zeros, you have to find out the number of intersecting points or number of where the graph is meeting the x-axis. That determines the zero of the polynomial. To find out the zero of the polynomial, you have to find out the point, that is the intersection point, intersection or meeting point of the graph and the x-axis, not y-axis, only x-axis. But in this case, our graph, that is this line, is not meeting or not intersecting the x-axis. So this polynomial has no root, no zero. Zero, another word is root. Yes, all understood why it has no zeros? Because the graph, our graph is not intersecting or not meeting the x-axis. I've already told, in the case of linear polynomial, sometimes there may not be any zero. Next, the second case. Okay, this is the graph of y equal to 2x minus 5. You can see. Yes. Now you can see that this graph is intersecting x-axis. Yes, here I marked here. That means you can see a point, an intersection point or meeting point. This line is intersecting x-axis at only one point. Yes, you just check it. It is intersecting at only one point. So this graph has only one zero, or we can tell this polynomial has only one zero. Yeah, our graph, that is joining 4 3 and 1 minus 3 or 2 minus this one, it is the line passing through one point on x-axis or the line intersecting or meeting at one point on x-axis. So it has only 1 0. Okay, yes, yes, in the here listen again, our graph is not intersecting x-axis, so this polynomial has no zero. But here it is meeting at one point on x-axis, so it has 1 0. That is, we can tell, in the case of a linear polynomial, sometimes there may be 1 0, in some case there is no zero. Two conditions, two cases are the no zeros and 1 0. No zero means graph will not be meet x-axis, but in 1 0 means your graph will meet in only one point. Dear children, you no need to draw the graph will give and you can identify. You have to tell how many zeros are there, whether 1 0, 2 0, 3 0, like that. But in the case of a linear polynomial, maximum 1 0, no zeros or 1 0. Okay, next we are moving to quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial means its degree is 2. Degree 2 means quadratic polynomial have maximum 2 zeros. Maximum at most 2 means same 3 cases, no zeros, 1 0, 2 zeros. Okay. Yeah. See here. Same concept. Our graph. This graph is not meeting x-axis. Means it has no zero. This is the graph that is not intersecting our x-axis, that is no zeros. Okay. But in the second case, listen here. Yeah, our graph, in the case of a quadratic equation, quadratic polynomial, graph will be a curved line. In the case of linear means straight line. But here in the case of a quadratic, curved, yes, it is meeting at only one point. That is on x-axis it is meeting, that a red mark, you can see that. That is, this polynomial has only 1 0. Yes. See, here you can see our graph is intersecting at 2 points on x-axis. So the graph has the polynomial has 2 zeros. Yeah, in the case of a quadratic polynomial, there are 3 different cases. That is, in the first case, graph is not intersecting x-axis. That is, it has no root, no real root. No roots means no real root. In coming classes, you will study imaginary, no real roots, no real number. In the second case, it is meeting at one point, so there will be one root. In the third case, it is meeting at 2 points, so there will be two different or distinct real roots. Okay, next we are moving to cubic polynomial. Yes, you tell dear children. Cubic means its degree is 3, so there will be 3, maximum 3 zeros. Okay, here, yeah, a graph. See this one, dear children. Yeah, in the case of a cubic polynomial, in the case of linear straight line, that in the case of quadratic, a curved, but in the case of a cubic polynomial, graph will be a combination of curved lines like that. Yeah, you can see that it is meeting at 2 points on x-axis. First one on 1 and second one on -2. That is, this cubic equation x cube minus 3x plus 2 has two zeros. Okay, two zeros. Then, understood dear children? Because the graph is intersecting at 2 points on, intersecting with the x-axis on 2 points. That is two zeros. Yes, here how many zeros are there? Yeah, this 1, 2, 3, 3 red point. Yes, I marked as red mark. You can see that the graph is meeting x-axis at 3 different points. So it has 3 zeros. Here also 3 different points. That means in the case of a, listen dear children, in the case of a cubic polynomial, there are 3 different cases. First one is, okay, first one is what that we didn't discuss, only 1 0, dear children. Sometimes graph will pass through in 1 point. Maybe at most 3 means maybe 1 or 2 or 3, maximum 3. Yes, it is meeting at only 1 point, so it has only 1 0. Then in the second case, that is 2 zeros. It is meeting the x-axis at 2 points. Here, how many? Here 3. On one margin mark. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 different zeros. This graph, the green color lines meeting the x-axis at 3 different points. 2 only marked, but 3 is there. 3. That means, in the case of a cubic polynomial, there are some 3 cases. That is 1 0, 2 zeros and 3 zeros. Okay. Next step. Yeah, cubics again. Here 3 root. 3 roots means 3 zeros. Another name of the 0 root. 3. Here 2. Here 1. Okay. Yes. Next. Can you tell how many zeros are in each case? Yeah. In the first case, the graph intersecting or meeting x-axis at how many points? In the second case, how many points? Yes. Yeah, dear children. In the first case, it's meeting at only 1 point. That means it has only 1 0. But in the second case, it is meeting at 3 points. So it has 3 real roots or 3 different zeros. But in the case of third one, you see them at how many points the graph is intersecting x-axis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that polynomial has how many zeros? 5. 5 zeros means it will be a polynomial with degree 5. Okay, you have to study only linear, quadratic and cubic only. Just to understand, I shown that. Okay, dear children, I think all of you understood all the concepts. Okay, thank you.